miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The longtime vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Here's a diving catch right side. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Complete to right.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give, running right, Etienne.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy.
The throw for Toney is intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Jones.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, There's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Wilson's throw caught by Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa
drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Watson. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got Burton here.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Watson off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the interception, here's Wilson. Wright's got him.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack. But
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw is Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Again, Wilson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
ETN up the middle. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly